There are other examples of copycat Arizona-style legislation. Alabama's law is conspicuous in its brutality. We were relieved when the 11th Circuit Court blocked the provision that requires schools to collect information on the legal status of their students, although, as you've heard, regrettably, much of the damage has already been done. The education of all Alabama children were put at risk by this law, and it has already wreaked havoc in undermining the educational system of Alabama. There's already a sea of confusion and real harm to children, families, and the educational system in the state. And as we noted, it is not just immigrants or even the Latino community affected by this law, but all residents of Alabama whose education and public safety are being severely undermined. And in one fell swoop, Alabama engendered the greatest educational crisis in the state since the days of Jim Crow. We've heard reports, you've heard them, children being taken out of schools, students who should be and have every right to be in school, because the vast majority of these children are American citizens. It is their parents who perhaps have represented in mixed status families, maybe one undocumented, perhaps one who is a citizen. But because family is so central a value to the Latino community and here in America, they're not going to put their entire family at risk. So we've seen educators be put in the untenable position of trying to deal with the fallout when while still trying to educate their students. And some supervisors are still concerned with the potential financial losses to school systems to the abrupt withdrawal of students from class. Given its history, these concerns should give Alabamans and all of us pause, because we have been down this road before, and it's not a history that bears repeating. The Latino community obviously is dramatically affected by this. And as an organization at NCLR, obviously we're doing everything we can, along with our coalition partners, to fight back in Alabama, but also to fight back on efforts that surely will come in other states. As a community, though, the Latino community, one piece that we know is true. We have seen in the last presidential election cycles, midterm election cycles, the growth of the Latino vote. And we want to make sure that everyone, including elected officials in these states, are aware that we intend to monitor, to fight back, and to hold elected officials accountable when it comes time to go to the voting booth on election day. Because these kinds of issues are the issues that we ought to be holding these officials accountable for. Obviously, we need to fix our broken immigration system. We need comprehensive immigration reform. But we need to use all the levers that we have, whether it's in Congress or at the polls, to hold people accountable. We do applaud the Department of Justice, and especially Assistant Attorney General Tom Perez, for their tireless efforts to stop the appalling law on behalf of the Obama administration. Unfortunately, we are left wondering why we haven't heard condemnation of this law from elected officials and candidates in Alabama, frankly, here in Congress. Our community is taking note of this silence, and we'll be paying attention not just today and the days to come, but particularly on election day. You know, as a leader of an organization, I'm often asked, you know, what is it about leading an organization and leadership that's important? And I talk to other CEOs, and obviously we look, when we're leading organizations, at what we're trying to accomplish. And that's really important. You need to set goals and metrics and determine what it is you want to accomplish. But as a leader of an organization, we also know that how we try to accomplish those goals is really important, because that also reflects the values that you have as an individual and as an organization. Anymore, I think that as a country, we have to apply that same prism when we're leading and looking at what we want to accomplish. There's a lot we want to accomplish. We know we need to fix this broken immigration system. How we try to fix it says a lot about who we are as individuals and who we are as a country. Is this the way, the stories that Mary Bauer told, is this the way we want to fix our broken immigration system? What does that say about us? What does it say about Alabama? What does it say about our country? How we try to fix this problem is important. This is not the right way. These false solutions undermine our values and who we are, and certainly is inconsistent with our Constitution.